Governance is about adding value to the lives of the governed.
Lagos State, kò ní bàjẹ́ o.
Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó kò ní bàjẹ́ o.
Lagos State, kò ní bàjẹ́ láyé.
Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó kò ní dàrú o.
In Lagos State, the case is a testament. The people of Lagos are enjoying the dividends of their democracy in this governing team. Across the bustling metropolis of Lagos, His Excellency Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's 2100 days in office is resonating. Every nook and cranny of Lagos is springing up to life like never before. Infrastructure and the people show off the relentless effort to make Lagos work.
My name is Onyema Kinzago. I live in Lagos where things are getting better every day. Our school has just been renovated and they give us free notebooks too. Going to school is easier and safer for students like me because I can cross the highway using the footbridge, and I use the BRT bus, which is fast, convenient and free for students like me. I enjoy looking at the beautiful streets on my way to school. And the many street signs tell me where exactly I am. When I get to Basic 12, the government will pay the fees for my GCE and NECO examinations. I am happy. My mom and dad says all these good things are happening because they pay their taxes.
In 2007, we conducted polls after my election, asking people what they expected us to do. We went out to validate those polls by local government tour that we embarked upon. People told us what they wanted us to do, and we started different projects based on what people chose.
As the saying goes, behind every successful man is a woman. The Deputy Governor, Her Excellency, Mrs. Adejoke Orelope Adefulure, is such a woman.
Victoria Adejoke Orelope Adefulure, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
Although popularly addressed as Honorable Victoria Adejoke Orelope Adefulure, she is an administrator, social worker, politician, and princess of the royal family in Lagos State. Born some 52 years ago, simple in outlook and self-efficating in her interactions, she has behind her a long history of great achievements through her passion, commitment, and dedication to public service. During her education career, of which she is a graduate of social work from Lagos State University, popularly called LASU, Princess Victoria Adejoke Orelope Adefulure has, in her more than 2 decades sojourn in politics, carved a niche for herself as an accomplished grassroots politician with a passion for women folk. Her passion has permeated to the growth and development of children and youth.
Meaning that the development of women, empowerment of women, and of course the coordination of women to be able to attain their full potential is our core responsibility. Of course, survival, protection and development of our children is also our responsibility. Poverty reduction is our responsibility, and to be able to develop also and coordinate the underprivileged. Those are the area of responsibility in the ministry.
On completion of her academic career, she worked briefly before venturing into politics, drawing inspiration from her father, who was one of the staunch Aoists in his active political life.
Politically, women are relevant. Economically, we are relevant because we should be contributors to our home fund, to the development of our family. Whatever our husband is bringing, we should support them to be able to develop, to have a very developed family.
Her passion and determination to render quality public service that will impact the lives of many people, especially the vulnerable members of the society, saw her being elected member of the Lagos State House of Assembly in the nation's Third Republic when she represented Alimosho Constituency 1 between 1991 and 1993.
But we believe that as a government, we have responsibility. We should be able to assist the parents of these vulnerable members of the society. Either we have that skill center that we have constructed or we don't have it. We must have fund to fight crime. And don't forget that this category of people are the one creating problem. They are threat to security, threat to investment. When they are idle, they don't have anything to do, and they must eat, they must live. They will look for source of income, and they have to look for it in their own language, the way they know it. So when I found out, and we have the record of high number of variables, and we look at it and said, okay, what are the cause? You don't have to fight the symptoms. You have to look for the cause of the problems. Some of them are from broken homes. Some of them are orphans. Some of them doesn't have sponsor, and some of them, who knows where they come from, migration. So what I decided that, okay, I'm not in charge of youth development, but I'm a mother, and this ministry caters for women. And women, we must not forget about children. When we talk about women, we are talking about children, and these youths are our children. Why don't you formulate a program to be able to take care of these young people?
In 1999, when Nigeria returned to democratic governance, Princess Orelope Adefulure was appointed Electoral Commissioner in Lagos State by the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission, LASEC. She held this position until 2003, when she was appointed Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation by the immediate past administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It was a choice which Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, found equally appropriate and quite in line with the proverbial round peg in a round hole, and reappointed her due to her track record as a transformational achiever during her first term as a commissioner.
To thank both Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the current governor, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, for their investment in the women of Lagos State, because they really helped us. For example, about 70% of the magistrates of Lagos State are women. Judges, ditto. Large number of them, between 65-70%. My permanent secretary in the Lagos State Civil Service, majority of them are women. In the cabinet of Lagos State, we have 7 women now. We have 4, now become 7 now, the second term. 7 in the House of Assembly. I don't think any state in the federation, the chief judge, the former chief judge is a woman, the current one is a woman, the deputy governor, former, is a woman, the current one is a woman. I think the government of Lagos has done well for our women.
It is on record that Princess Orelope Adefulure was the first to introduce skill acquisition training programs for women folk and young unemployed in Lagos. Princess Victoria Adejoke Orelope Adefulure has a philosophy that to enhance women development, economic empowerment is key for women to reduce the incidence of domestic violence. She constantly urges women generally to show interest in politics. She has completed several projects to facilitate the grassroots women, such as vocational training programs, palm oil processing plants. She has done all of these with the aim of further transforming Lagos to becoming a fulcrum of development and a chief employer of labor. Projects such as renovating secondary schools, maternal and child care centers, rural and urban electrical projects, and several other projects to move Lagos up the ladder to compete with the very best cities in the world. Her passion for youth development led to the establishment of 18 skill acquisition centers in Lagos State, which she started in 2004 with a record of over 9,000 beneficiaries graduating annually from the centers. The centers are fully equipped with latest state-of-the-art facilities, offering a wide range of skill trainings in a beautiful and serene, conducive learning and teaching environment for the students and instructors respectively. The centers are open to everyone, irrespective of their disability, age, tribe, financial status, or qualification, and tuition throughout these centers are free.
And this program has taught us a lot of lessons that nobody is useless, depending on the commitment and the passion that you have for the right job. By the time you get them from the streets, we know who they are. When they get to that center, in 2 months, you know what they become.
Just 2 months. I did this one myself. That's my work, and the work is working. We have added this my area myself. In fact, I've acquired a lot of knowledge in this school. I'm a retired civil servant. I'm 53 years old. I'm traveling out very soon this year to United States of America, and I know I am going to be somebody more better than before.
There's no age barrier in this program at all, because I have my diploma before I come down here. It will help me in future because I want to start my own business as regards this, because here we have this modern technology here.
When I came here, at least I don't know how to make, I don't know anything about shoemaking, all the process involved and all that. So by the time I go here, I know the process involved and how to make your sandal, palm slippers, shoes, boots, etc.
The inspiration from my classmates, my instructor, the management of the school, being the only female in the wedding department, it keeps me going. The encouragement has been wonderful.
This place is an opportunity for youth of nowadays, because a lot of my students have benefited seriously from this skill acquisition center. Some are working with Mandelas, some are working with Airflow Engineering Company, some are working with Ocean the Wool Company. A lot of companies employ them.
It's one of the biggest strides undertaken by the Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Ministry, and there have been a lot of challenges in running the place because it is built for industrial production. So the turnout of trainees has been encouraging in certain departments like fashion design and dressmaking. That it is about the hottest cake you have around in this environment. We have our full capacity in that department.
We are happy for Lagos State government for having taught it out through the visionary leadership of the governor and the deputy governor for establishing this type of place. And it has actually impacted immensely on our youths. It has curbed such societal vices like hooliganism, truancy, drug addiction, and prostitution. And most of the students that are passed here, some of them are self-employed and they are employing others. Some are employed in other organizations. The acquisition centers have impacted immensely and positively on the lives of our youths by empowering them with the necessary vocational skills that will make them to be self-reliant economically and all those things. So it's a worthwhile project embarked upon by the government.
Seeing these children when they come in raw and seeing them live happier, you see it on their faces when they, when they have acquired the skill. You can actually see their faces change. You can see their characters change. You can see that they're happy with what they're doing. I don't want to use the word lucky. Even my hair was made here. So I can see that I have great hairdressers. I can see people, even on the international scale. They shouldn't be limited to Nigeria alone. And I try to encourage them. Those of them that can go on the internet should be able to pick, things from there. And at the end of the day, they are better people than.
And the program has given us a lot of headway. And to be able to say, this is Lagos of yesterday and this is of Lagos of today. You can compare before we started the program and all the other government program towards the youth empowerment, what Lagos has become. You can walk freely in the city of Lagos now without harassment, So all these boys that are troubling us are in the center, busy working, either wedding or sewing clothes or doing hair or doing photography and all that. So the program is free for the children of the poor to have equal opportunity to be able to participate. Because you don't forget that with 2,000 naira, one's life can be destroyed. When he doesn't have anybody to sponsor with 2,000 naira, or with 5,000 naira, the parent doesn't have the money, then you'll be rotting away there. Another thing is setting. But when the program is free, then go in there to learn. If you like, when you finish this course and you don't like it again, go and get another one. And we don't choose any course for anybody. If the place is full, we have to wait till next batch. And don't forget that the money that is meant for protection of life and security, part of it is what we are using for them, so that we fight less crime and make them productive. At the end of the day, they are going to pay tax, so our money will be coming back. Our investment on them will be coming back gradually to government. So it's better for us to use one stone to kill many birds.
My name is Onyema Kinzago. I live in Lagos where things are getting better every day. Our school has just renovated and they give us free notebooks too. Going to school is easier and safer for students like me because I can cross the highway using the footbridge, and I use the BRT bus, which is fast, convenient and free for students like me. I enjoy looking at the beautiful streets on my way to school, and the many street signs tell me where exactly I am. When I get to basic 12, the government will pay the fees for my GCE and NECO examinations. I am happy. My mom and dad says all these good things are happening because they pay their taxes.
Her passion for women and the youth has led her to execute several health campaigns where she established cervical cancer and breast cancer screening and care for women found with these ailments, because in her words, most women, especially single mothers, rarely take care of themselves.
To our early 20s, when we are recording high number of deaths on our women, it was traced to the fact that we don't really take time to do our medical check. Realizing that fact, we believe that it's our responsibility to facilitate medical care or medical attention to our women. We started by sensitization to be able to make sure that you have to have a time to check yourself. In addition, as a routine program of our ministry, for every program we are going to have, and hardly we will not have a program in 2 weeks. For every program of our ministry, we have to do health check. The first 3 days is for health check. Diabetic check, hypertension check. We have to look at the other part of the body, breast cancer awareness, cervical cancer awareness. All those things and check is what we do. We do examination on breast and cervical. So when we look at all this and they are okay, then we will leave them. If they are not okay, we have to see to it through the help of Ministry of Health and make sure that they were given referral letter to go for the further check and treatment. So with this, we believe that, and it's been working fine. Because some of them, when we check the health, we see that the blood pressure is high. What we do is to let them sit down there, call ambulance to take them to the hospital and give them. Then you have to have the tablet that we'll be using to monitor, to regulate the blood pressure. Some doesn't know, they have not done it before, and they don't even know they need to do it. So all that we do as a regular program of our ministry. In the next 1 month, we are training about 120 medical personnel again from this ministry through our NGOs and AQUISATION USA organization based in Lagos to train 120 medical personnel who is going to serve as our representative at the grassroots level. Each local government is going to have 2 medical personnel for cervical cancer. So you can walk into any of our public health center and get yourself screened.
Hence, the child welfare and the girl child education, establishment of daycare centers, the list is endless. Her other achievements are also World Day of Prevention of Child Abuse, Day of the African Child, Children's Parliament, Lagos State Microfinance Institution, vacation jobs for students, as well as other avenues for the emancipation of the youth and their development.
mo fẹ́ ikú lọ mo fẹ́ àrùn lọ mo fẹ́ òṣìdànù pátápátá gbòrògbòdò ìyàgò wàgò ìyàgò wàgò èyí àìkú o èyí àìkú àpapọ̀ ti pẹ́pẹ́ lókun wà á mọ́ lọ́wọ́ wà á mọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ wà á rí oko tukú ilẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ kèsì máa bọ́mọ ìlú kèrèsè ìdílé bàbá àkàwọ àtọ̀gbẹ̀dì wọ́n kọ́ lá èdè kò ṣùgbọ́ bí àwọn bá yọjú ọ̀gbẹ̀dì àkọ́bẹ̀ ìlẹ̀kọ̀ wọ́n àkàṣọ fún ọdún yìí a ó ṣe ìrèsì tọwọ́tọwọ́ mo yọ fún ẹ wọ́n yọ fún ẹ ìrèsì kọ́lé mímọ́ dẹ̀rẹ̀
According to United Nations Declaration, we believe a child is a baby from age 0 to 17. And we believe a child is a gift from God that require the best treatment, that require protection, development and survival. The rights in which the children has to education, to free health, to recreation, survival, protection and development. All these are the rights of children that the parents must know. Our children must not be turned to a slave. They are not to be used for domestic labor. Under the pretense of poverty, some parents will now send their children all the street to hawk. Along the line, they get exposed to danger. They either kidnapped or raped or knocked down by a moving vehicle, or they don't even know, they deform. So there are a lot of things that can happen to the exposure of a child. So children must be under care, and there has been, and that led to the issuance of our yellow card. That every child in Lagos State must be in school, must be under care and protection. This is a yellow card that we offer in this ministry to every parent in the state, to note that our children must not be seen on the road, hawking, roaming about the street when they're supposed to be in school. If you must eradicate poverty and hunger, then all the children must be educated. If you are educated, you know your rights and privileges and opportunities. He has rights under the law. Even children with disability, they have equal rights, and the right must be protected. So this is a simplified copy of the law. For every child in the school must have this to be able to know what they are required and privileged.
She chaired the local organizing committee of the just concluded December 2012 National Sports Festival, which was for the first time a huge success and kicked off on the exact scheduled day.
Lagos State is the only state that has promised to host the National Sports Festival in a particular day. That date has not changed. National Sports Festival. Ìlú tí ìlú Èkó fẹ́ ṣe agbátẹrù a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ eléyìí ní ọjọ́ kẹtàlélọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kọkànlá ọdún tó ń ta wà náà. A lè parí ní ọjọ́ kẹsàn-án oṣù kẹwàá ọdún lágbára Olúwa. Àgbàdo àgbọ̀lọpọ̀ ọjọ́ náà rò. Síwájú ọjọ́ náà àdúrà wàhálà. Nígbà bàbá ṣe ẹ̀yẹ náà àdúrà wàhálà. Bàbá ń ṣe tán ìpàdé òde wa wa. Ìlú Èkó tó ní tó lọ́wọ́ fún ní àlàáfíà máa jọba nínú rẹ̀ láti máa jọba nínú Nàìjíríà.
Princess Victoria Adejoke Orelope Adefulure is happily married to Mr. Claudius Abiodun Adefulure. and they are blessed with children.